bitter criticism, reading the usual genocide dossier on Al Jazeera. Unfortunately, the genocide dossier. I don't remember. I saw something. Well, yesterday I didn't read something from Russia Today. There was a special for the 1 year since the war in Gaza. So Al Jazeera live updates, genocide dossier. Live, Israeli attacks shut down Gaza shelters. Fighting rages in Lebanon. Attacking shelters. Terrible genocidals. By Niels Adler, October 9. Israeli army continues its siege of northern Gaza for a fifth day, killing dozens of people and forcing thousands to flee. The UNWRA says at least 7 schools sheltering displaced people are being evacuated, and that Israeli attacks have forced the agency to shut down life-saving services. 6 minutes ago now. Canada pledges humanitarian funding for Lebanon. Canada will provide 15 million Canadian dollars, $11 million in new humanitarian assistance to support civilians affected by conflict in Lebanon, the Canadian Foreign Ministry said on Wednesday. Quote, Canada is deeply alarmed by the rapid escalation of the crisis in Lebanon. We are mobilizing to ensure that Canada is there to bring much needed assistance to the Lebanese people, quote, unquote, Foreign Minister Melanie Joly said in a statement 19 minutes ago now. Lebanese in Qadr Bekaa Valley mourn relatives killed in Israeli strikes. And we have a photograph and says people attend funeral held for those civilians killed in an Israeli airstrike on Qadr village located in Bekaa Valley, eastern Lebanon on Wednesday. And then another photograph, people carry a body on their shoulders during the funeral. And women, the last photograph for this first part. Women mourn their dead relatives during a funeral. 45,000 funerals in Palestine. And 28 minutes ago, if you are just joining us, yeah, I like this. It's like a summary. They are doing a summary. That's nice. 28 minutes ago, the summary from Al Jazeera genocide dossier. Here are the latest developments. Israel's army target a number of journalists working in Jabalia in the northern Gaza Strip, killing at least one and critically wounding Al Jazeera Arabic camera operator Fadi Al-Wahidi. The Committee to Protect Journalists says it is pushing for the immediate evacuation of Al Jazeera cameraman Ali Al-Attar, who was wounded in an Israeli attack in Deir el-Bala in central Gaza 2 days ago. Israeli special forces have killed 4 Palestinians and wounded a 5th in the occupied West Bank city of Nablus. Lebanon state-run national news agency reports that Israel has carried out 3 air attacks on the southern suburbs of Beirut. Israel's defense minister says the response to Iran's attack will be deadly, precise, and above all surprising. Oh, so they will continue to They continue to, well, at least this is not a hot war. It's not a total war. Who knows? A senior commander with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) says Iran is prepared to mount operations much larger than the one last week if attacked by Israel. And we have photographs. This photograph shows a man packed inside the bullet-riddled car, in which 4 Palestinians were reportedly killed by Israeli special forces in Nablus in the occupied West Bank on Wednesday. So 45,000 civilian people died in this genocide. 38 minutes ago now. Three separate rocket attacks concerning for Israel. This article is by Noor Odeh, reporting from Amman, Jordan. Al Jazeera is reporting from Jordan because it has been banned from Israel and the occupied West Bank. The air defense systems failed several times to intercept all the rockets. Some civilians had remained in those northern areas. They were encouraged by the Israeli government, who said they were launching this offensive against Lebanon to allow for the return of those who had left so they could resume their normal lives. Now they feel they need to leave those communities and head further south in order to be safer and away from the reach of the rockets. Those rocket attacks have been intensifying, not just in number but also in reach, as the Israeli offensive on Lebanon intensifies. And 48 minutes ago now. It says 48 minutes ago. UN data shows intensifying damage to agriculture in Gaza. More than 60% of Gaza's cropland has been damaged by the continuing conflict, leaving 2 million people in urgent need of food, the latest UN data shows. The satellite data collected by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, and the United Nations Satellite Center, UNOSAT, UNOSAT, showed extensive damage to agricultural production, exacerbating the humanitarian and hunger crisis. The data showed 52.5% of agricultural wells and 44.3% of greenhouses have been damaged. The inability to access food also hit the poultry sector, as Palestinians in Gaza struggled to feed their animals. UN data showed dramatic losses in the sector, with only 1% of heads remaining alive. Yeah, so it will be absolutely severe. It's absolutely a disaster in Palestine. I mean, Palestinian cattle, they are just 1%. Well, all these Palestinian people, they should go away from Jews, from Zionists, you know. Leave Zionists alone. But unfortunately. 1 hour ago, Israel's defense minister says response to Iran's attack will be surprising. Israeli army radio and the Israeli newspaper Haaretz report that Yoav Gallant says Israel's response to Iran's missile attack last week will be deadly, precise, and above all surprising. They will not understand what happened and how. Well, that's it. This guy said that. I was watching another page on Instagram. This guy in. I guess I'm going to show you. This is a nice page. If at least I'm talking alone, that's the truth. But I saw this guy saying something in this story. Look. I guess it's the same guy. Well, he says we are fighting against animals, human animals. Well, that's it. You see, he's a Nazi. But I guess it's the same guy. That's the question.